Hello, YouTube. Hello. I know it's been a minute, um, but I'm just getting back on here. I've been very busy with some business ventures, but I just want to talk about Dontay London. I see how his YouTube page is constantly growing, and he keeps winning. He keeps winning. He keeps winning, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And I've been following his trend, or I've been following his tips. He's giving away tips for free, and helping other up and coming YouTubers, like myself. I've made several videos so far, but then I got really busy because let me just go back to my initial video. With my initial video, I talked about how I quit my job to start a business, and so the connecting dot there is that since then I started a YouTube channel, and after starting the YouTube channel, I've gotten really busy with trying to kick my business off. But one of Dontay's tips is being consistent. And I started off being consistent, but then I got really, really busy with my business. So I'm still working on my business. I plan to go live with my business March 10th. I may have to push it back a few days just to make sure I have everything intact. But I'm going to come back and talk about that business in maybe in another video. But I wanted to say how Dontay London, he talks about being consistent. He talks about the tips that he talks about. So one of them is being consistent. One of them is, having raw material. Make sure you upload your raw material. Don't do anything too fancy because YouTube is looking for raw material. So the way that he records his content is by just basically going about his daily life. And, he's with his son, he's with his fiance at times, and he may show other family members. But the bottom line is he's doing raw content, and he's taking a formula that has actually really, truly worked for him. I think he said he doesn't work anywhere. And so YouTube really basically takes care of Dontay and his family. If you never heard of Dontay London, it's DonTayLondon. Look him up on YouTube. I'm shouting you out, Dontay, so shout me out. Amen, amen, amen. With a with encouraging your people to subscribe to my channel. But that is not my purpose for being on here. My purpose for being on here is to talk about how Dontay London keeps winning. Because why? He's following a formula. He's been watching other, successful YouTube influencers, and so he's taken that formula, and it worked for him, and he's getting thousands of dollars that's being paid to him by YouTube, and it's constantly growing. The first time I started watching Dontay, his subscribers were close to 40,000. Then it grew to 45,000. Then it grew to 50. I think it's over 60K now. And why? Because he has a fan base now, or a follower base, where people are actually tuning in to his channel and they're learning the tips that he gives out. And one thing I like about him, though, is that he doesn't mind giving out tips, without cost. We have some YouTube influencers, they get up there, they get up in the higher echelon with their YouTube channel. They become 200K, 400K, even now to 1 million, and they forget about people like you and I who are up and coming. But one thing about Dontay, which I think will help him to always win, or cause him to always win, is because he's willing to help someone else that's coming behind him. And that's one of the great key important factors, I think, when trying to climb to the top. You take others with you. Now, you don't take the shady ones, though. You don't take those that, who's going to bring you down on your way trying to pull them up. No, 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 no. But you do take those who are trying to aspire to be what you have, to accomplish what you have accomplished, not trying to be like you. But that's another pointer, or another point. find your own niche, right? So be consistent. One, two, find your own niche, right? Make sure that you're doing what it is that represents you or represents your brand, right? So for me, I'll touch a little bit on what I'm getting ready to do, or what my business is about. I am an educator, and so I'm starting a school. Right? And so I'll share more about that later. And I'm starting that off online. And so my consistency, I have to be honest and, be a little bit, truthful here, has not been there, but it's for a good reason. So once I get my school situated the way that I want to, I will be more consistent on my channel. Now I do plan to start my educational channel soon, but I didn't start that yet because I'm working on my business. I have this channel and I have a couple of other channels, so I don't want to put too much on myself more than what I can bear. But basically, I am really trying to get one thing, consistent so that I can work on the next set of things. And so, all of that to say, make sure you're being consistent. I know it sounds like I'm being hypocritical, but I'm telling you, there's a very good reason why I have not been consistent. I've been overwhelmingly, I couldn't get that word out, busy, and I'm also in school. So I have my hands full trying to start a business. I'm in school, and I'm trying to maintain my YouTube channels and grow them all at the same time. But if you haven't already, my name is Lady C. Please take the opportunity, Leading Lady C, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will certainly appreciate it if I can help you in any way. And if I can get your YouTube channel recognized and acknowledged by others, where others can subscribe, please let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section, and I will make sure other people subscribe. I have a ton of friends. Again, I'm in the education field, so I have people that, who I can really guide them to your YouTube channel. I'm a very small up-and-coming YouTuber, and I only have basically a handful of subscribers, maybe two handfuls. But I'm trying to grow my channels because I see how Dontay London is winning and how he has really, taken the time to, be strategic in what he's doing. But I have to go now, but I'll be back. I have an important phone call. If you haven't, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Leading Lady C. God bless you. Sorry about that, but I had to cut my video short, and then I started moving out and about my day. So I got a phone call earlier, but I wanted to continue the video about Dontay London and how he talks about, his formula and how he got to where he is now. I think recently I saw where he got thousands of dollars. I think it was over $10,000. It was his last paycheck was the biggest one he's ever gotten from YouTube, to the point where he gave his woman, his fiance, I think $5,000, $4,000 or $5,000, and his mom, he said he was going to bless her with just as much. I think the mom got about $5,000 too. And I was like, wow, he's making that kind of money. Then it's possible not only for himself, but it's possible for me and those other up-and-coming YouTubers. And so I said all that to say, keep pushing. My page is, my YouTube channel rather, is Leading Lady C. So if you get an opportunity, please visit my YouTube, if you will, and subscribe to my channel. If you have, if you would like, I would also subscribe to your channel. That would be a blessing if we can help one another. I think that we should build a coalition, and that's one thing about Black people. We don't like to help each other. But if we can build a coalition of helping each other, then we can all win together, right? But I see too where Dontay has taken I could sort of kind of like, okay, see what happened was I started learning how to do thumbnails, and that's one of the things he didn't talk about. He doesn't talk about too much. But I found out that thumbnails is a great way to get impressions or clicks for people to attract them to your YouTube channel, to attract people to your YouTube channel. So what I did notice was, since I've been doing thumbnails, and I've only did several videos, I noticed Dontay started doing thumbnails. Now, I'm not saying that he's never done thumbnails, but not on the level that I see it now. And I want to say that maybe Dontay is taking a page out of my book. But I see him doing like more professional looking thumbnails. His prior thumbnails were like just a picture of him from one of his videos each time he goes live. Sorry, but I'm moving and about. I'm just getting home. I was out and about moving, but I did see where he's making more professional looking thumbnails. And my first video, I started off with like the kind of thumbnail that Dontay used, or any other YouTuber who is just, learning the game. Really it's just a snapshot of that's automatically taken when you do a video. And so YouTube has a way of capturing something from your video and to make it your thumbnail. But I've learned how to do professional thumbnails, and since I've done that for my last two videos, I see that Dontay, when I looked on his page not on his page, but on his channel, and I was like, oh my God, look at Dontay, look at his thumbnails. They look more professional. And I'm like, wow, I didn't notice that until I started doing them. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's copying me. I'm just saying, since I've learned how to do professional looking thumbnails, and I've been, using them for my, as my, my thumbnails to get clicks. I noticed how Dontay, I don't know if that's a coincidental thing or maybe he's taking a page out of somebody's book, but I didn't notice that before. And so what I want to say about thumbnails is that thumbnails are very important when you're trying to drive traffic to your YouTube channel. YouTube is really big on thumbnails, right? Because thumbnails is like what you call like a hook, right? Just take a song, right? And, if you have a catchy song, if you have a catchy hook, should I say, it's really quick for people to catch on to your song. So because what happens is it hooks them in. It hooks them in, right? So if you keep repeating, I don't know, we're down here now, we're about to go around, make it downtown. And if you keep repeating that, right? And then you do your little verse or whatever, and you come back to that, we're down here, that hooks people, right? I mean, that was like, I usually, I'm a songwriter, by the way. And so that was like a crazy little song that I just made up there. But the point is that you got to know how to hook people. And so YouTube looks for that. So that's why they automatically put a thumbnail on your video so that it can attract people to your video. But again, I've learned how to make professional thumbnails. And so it is key to do thumbnails and so that you can hook people to your YouTube channel. So that's what I'm on here to talk about today. Is thumbnails. Make sure you make that a crucial and an essential part of your advertising when you're trying to get people to click on your videos. So I'm not going to ramble here. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. But if you have not heard of Dontay London, please go to his YouTube channel. I mean, he didn't ask me to do this. I don't even know the young man. But if you want to learn something from someone, an influencer on YouTube, and you're an up-and-coming YouTuber and you don't know how to do it, follow Dontay London, because that's how I learned the ropes. And that's how I am continuing to learn the ropes. And but I've been busy and I have not had the time. But there are some things that he talks about that will help you get to where you're going. So one, consistency. Two, he talks about raw content, make it no more than 20 minutes. Make sure your phone is turned the landscape way, not the portrait way. Landscape meaning the horizontal way, and not, this is the portrait, vertical, not the vertical way, but this way. He says that YouTube really prefers the horizontal orientation when you're doing your videos. And then, once you have the YouTube app on your phone, you upload that 20-minute video to your channel, and make sure you have the best looking thumbnail that will attract people to it. He doesn't really, Dontay, he doesn't really like thought on thumbnails, but that's what I'm giving you the pointer on. Make sure you have a very good looking, professional, catchy, hooky thumbnail that'll hook people and that will attract them to your video. So consistency, raw content, the timing of the video, no more than 20 minutes. The orientation of the video, that would be your landscape, which is the horizontal way. And the last thing I would say is make sure you know your niche. What is it that you love to do? What is your branding, right? Are you a songwriter? Are you a singer? Do you make clothing? Do you have a clothing? Like, make sure that you have your own specific niche, so that after you are learning the ropes, or while you're learning the ropes, should I say, you want to be consistency with your content. You don't want to start talking about, one thing, and then the next thing you're talking about something totally different. You do not want to confuse your audience. So I said all that to say this. Take advantage of Dontay London's tips. He's giving them out for free. So have you heard of Dontay London? Have you been following his channel? Are you paying attention to his tips? Because obviously, his formula is working. Again, he was able to bless his mom with thousands of dollars, his fiance with thousands of dollars, and he's still yet, being able to take care of his family. So that says a lot. That means that YouTube has recognized him enough to want to pay him an astronomical amount of money per month to do raw content. So thank you for your time. If you haven't already, please click on the subscribe button at the bottom of this video. That would be a blessing. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, and if you can just like my channel and share it with others, I will certainly appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye now. I'll be back to talk about my business in another video.